Who do we have here? Liliana. Hello, Liliana.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, the champions of the just. Blessed are the righteous, the lights in the shadow. In their blood, the Maker's will is written. Is that what you want from us? Blood? To die so that your will is done? Is death your only blessing?
You speak for Andraste, no? What does the Maker's prophet have to say about all of this? What's his game?
How is this a game?
Do you see the sky? What about the temple ruins? The bones lying in the dust? Even if you didn't support the Divine's peace, you wouldn't call this right. Who could? So many innocent lives. The faithful murdered where the holiest of holies once stood. If the Maker willed this, what is it if not a game or a cruel joke?
I have to say, I'm a little bit disappointed of how Liliana looks. I think in the second Dragon Age, Liliana looked very similar, if almost identical, to the one in the first one in Origins. But now, she doesn't really look like the Liliana that I know from the other two games.
I speak for no one but myself, and I have no answers for you.
You probably don't even worship the Maker. Lucky. He asks a lot. The Chantry teaches that the Maker abandoned us. He demands repentance for our sins. He demands it all. Our lives, our deaths. Justinia gave him everything she had, and he let her die.
Or maybe it's because of the cowl, but like her facial structure seems to be different.
Maybe you should be angry at the people who murdered her?
If the Maker doesn't intervene to save the best of his servants, what good is he? I used to believe I was chosen, just as some say you are. I thought I was fulfilling his purpose for me, working with the Divine, helping people. But now she's dead. It was all for nothing. Serving the Maker meant nothing.
Maybe you have another purpose. I could help you find it.
No, this is my burden. I regret that I even let you see me like this. It was a moment of weakness. It won't happen again. Come. To work, then. We will speak later.
Okay, Liliana, damn. She is harsher now, yeah. She is a little, yeah. It seems like her fate.
So it's true. Butler has stand.
Yeah.
Your kind killed the most holy.
Lies. Your kind let her die.
Shut your mouth, mage!
Enough!
Knight Captain.
That is not my title. We are not Templars any longer. We are all part of the Inquisition.
And what does that mean, exactly?
Back already, Chancellor. Haven't you done enough?
I'm curious, Commander, as to how your Inquisition and its herald will restore order as you've promised.
Of course you are. Back to your duties, all of you.
What about Cullen? They definitely changed Cullen. What, Liliana is in this game even if you kill her in Dragon Age Origins. Okay. I've seen someone play this game with no Liliana. Okay. I definitely didn't kill her in Dragon Age Origins. And Cullen... Why don't I remember Cullen? For some reason I don't remember Cullen. He was was he in Origins? Why don't I remember Cullen? I don't know. But let's talk to him.
Mages and Templars were already at war. Now they're blaming each other for the Divine's death.
Which is why we require a proper authority to guide them back to order.
Who? You? Random clerics who weren't important enough to be at the Conclave?
The Rebel Inquisition and its so-called Herald of Andraste? I think not.
So far, you're the only one who's insisted we can't work together.
We might, if your Inquisition would recognize the Chantry's authority.
There is no authority until another divine is chosen.
In due time, Andraste will be our guide, not some dazed wanderer on a mountainside.
He was in both of. Why don't I remember? The Meredith. Was he the guy with the goatee? Was that the guy with the goatee? If he's the guy, if it's the guy, if it's the red-haired dude with the goatee, then yeah, he's definitely changed. Have you done any more crafting since yesterday? No, I haven't, because I just went to the hinterlands, yeah, and now I have a bunch of materials and stuff like that, and I'm gonna go and see after I go to the. I want to call the war table, go to the war room or whatever it's called.
Remind me why you're allowing the Chancellor to stay?
Clearly, your Templar knows where to draw the line.
He's toothless. There's no point turning him into a martyr simply because he runs at the mouth. The Chancellor's a good indicator of what to expect in Royeaux, however.
How widespread is the violence between mages and Templars?
Impossible to say.
Your organization flouting the Chantry's authority will not help matters.
With the Conclave destroyed, I imagine the war between mages and Templars is renewed with interest.
The mages and Templars are fighting even though we don't know what really happened at the Temple of Sacred Ashes?
Exactly why all this should be left to a new divine. If you are innocent, the Chantry will establish it as so.
Or we'll be happy to use someone as a scapegoat.
You think nobody cares about the truth? We all grieve Justinia's loss.
But you won't grieve if the Herald of Andraste is conveniently swept under a carpet.
Good luck keeping quarter. I hope the trip is worth it.
Well, let's hope we find solutions, and not a cathedral full of chancellors.
The stuff of nightmares.
Mock, if you will. I'm certain the Maker is less amused.
Colin was Meredith's second. Yeah, okay. The Knight Commander for the Templars in Kirkwall. Gotcha. Right, so from here, I want to go to the war room.
There was no word for heaven or for earth, for sea or sky. All that existed was silence. Then the voice of the Maker
Research in
rang
the
out.
Nave wishes to verify that the
first
infections
word.
have decreased in
And
number.
his
Whoa,
word
whoa, whoa, whoa.
is all that
Thank you
might
for your
be.
help. Tell me, are you happy this way, with everything you feel and dream cut away?
I no longer talk to dragons.
I see. Maker, go with you.
Blessed are the righteous.
Yes, Ultimate X Hunter. Yeah, I remember him now. So he's the guy with the... yeah, I remember him now. I think I remember him more from Origins than from Dragon Age 2.
There was no word
Okay, let's
for
talk to
heaven
her.
Greetings,
or
Herald
earth,
of
for
Andraste.
sea or sky.
How fares your quest to
All
seal
that
the breach?
existed was silence.
Um...
Then the voice of
I'm
the
trying.
Maker rang
I'm
out.
doing everything within my power.
A task, such as closing the breach, is a heavy burden. I hope you do not carry it alone. We remember Andraste, but Andraste did not carry the Chant of Light alone. She had generals, advisors, even her husband for a time. Do everything within your power, but remember those who would help you.
You keep talking as though I'm the equal of Andraste. Do you know how unnerving that is?
I can only imagine. But we are all given to our purpose under the Maker. A sword does not ask to be forged. And frankly, if such a comparison gives you pause, I do not see that as a bad thing. In any case, I pray this Inquisition proves less brutal than its predecessor.
Right. Oh, here we go.
Can you tell me about the original Inquisition?
The original Inquisition was formed after the First Blight, well before the Chantry as we know it. The Inquisitors were hunters, zealots, who tracked and killed cultists and dangerous mages. As Andraste rose to power, the Inquisition came into her service. Instead of hunting those who would do harm, the Inquisitors spread the chant of light by force.
No wonder everyone is so nervous around us. Who chose that name?
Divine Justinia herself. I understand that this was not a popular decision.
No shit.
In any case, once the chant of light had spread far and wide, there was less need for zealots. The Inquisitors became the seekers of truth, and eventually the Templars.
We're more zealous than the Templars and the Seekers. I suppose that explains Cassandra.
Do you know what impresses me most about the original Inquisition?
No.
They fought
What?
horrific battles, killed and died for their cause, and when it was time, they put their swords away. Perhaps the name was Divine Justinia's message, that when the Inquisition is needed, it will strike without mercy.
Right.
But when its work is done, it will put its sword away.
Okay, that's a nice thought to have, but we don't know if that's going to happen. Do you know who the next Divine will be?
Do you know who the Grand Clerics will choose as the next Divine?
It is a difficult decision. All the obvious candidates perished with Divine Justinia at the Conclave. The Grand Clerics are terrified of the Inquisition. They will not decide soon, and I fear they will not decide wisely. Whoever is chosen needs the Inquisition's support. No one else seems likely to seal the breach.
Yuxi, I didn't play Dragon Age Origins either when it came out. I played it like a few months ago myself, so you can always play it if you want to.
How are the people doing after what happened at the Conclave?
They are scared, of course. Many have lost homes or loved ones. I doubt many will sleep well until you have sealed the breach. I have offered what help I can. The rest is for the Inquisition. What more do you wish to know?
What are you doing to help these people?
My sisters and I have been tending to the injured as best we are able. Some refugees come with food, while others arrive empty-handed. I have helped ensure that all have enough to eat.
Right.
Beyond that, many simply wish the familiar comfort of the Chant of Light. It is little enough work to offer some comfort to those in pain.
How are the villagers in Haven doing?
They are terrified. Many of them came here because the war between the Mages and the Templars destroyed their homes. In their minds, the death of the Divine has destroyed any chance of peace. To that, add the breach. Farmers have fled their fields. If we do not restore order, half of Thedas may starve.
Do you have information on people elsewhere?
The refugees in the hinterlands are desperate. Without help, starvation or war will claim many lives. Villagers in Crestwood are besieged by their own dead. They have sent word begging for assistance. People are vanishing in the hills of Emprise de Lyon. It may be demons or something worse, but they are terrified. More than that I cannot say. It is a chaotic time for all in Orlais and Ferelden.
Right, okay, so I think we got some locations for some new quests, maybe, probably. Right, last but not least.
Has anyone dared ask? No, I do not think. Ah, Master Adar, may I have a word?
Of course, that's why I'm here.
What did you need?
There we go.
Well, as you are Calvashos, people have asked. You grew up outside the Canary homeland, but...
But?
There is no easy way to ask your thoughts on the queue.
Shit. What do you want to know about it?
Have you studied the Qun?
It is a decided gap in my education. I know the Kyun is a philosophy, a set of laws, a legislative guide, and a social architecture governing the Qunari. Those who appeared at court, however, insisted the Kyun is too complex for an outsider.
It's not because you're human. Real Qunari tell me I'll never understand the Kyun.
Yet they take converts. Their criteria is beyond my grasp. Do you believe in any of the Kyun's philosophies?
The Kyun runs things differently. I've wondered what it's like to grow up with it.
Please, be careful not to praise it out loud. People ask how a Qunari could be Andraste's herald. It worries them if they believe it, and angers them if they do not. Convincing them of your good intentions will be tasking.
The people will only trust me with the Inquisition after we impress them.
Very true. Let us hope sealing the breach brings us some goodwill.
Let's hope.
Strangely,
so, yeah.
your mercenary work is not so inflammatory. People are fabricating extravagant tales of your heroics.
Yeah. I was pretty good.
There wasn't a group around that didn't want my help when a tough assignment came up. If you needed it done, Adar was at the top of the list.
Yeah, baby.
I noticed. Leliana found a letter from the captain of your last company. He had nothing but praise for your skill in battle, but doesn't mention what part you played.
Okay. I don't really want to talk about it.
That's a day I don't want to relive. That's all I have to say.
Of course. My apologies. I only wanted to know if Haven was perhaps more peaceful than you're used to.
Ooh, here we go. Not with you around. I'm not a fan of demons. Not with you around. Nah. I mean, I don't know. No, let's go with this one.
I was paid to hunt bandits, slavers, nobles, not demons falling out of fade tears when I walk by.
That is true, but do consider the advantages. Unlike people, upon their death, demons leave no grudges behind.
Right. Okay. Do we have anything for you? I don't think so.
You've brought back some fascinating things.
Oh.
We're putting them to good use.
Okay. Okay.
I'll speak with you later.
Thank you again for what you've brought back.
You're welcome. So, 1, 2, this one is done, okay. This one requires 8 power. Scout the hinterlands is
What have your
done.
ears heard, Leliana?
Whoa.
Anything new we don't already know about?
No, nothing.
And in here, address the chantry in Royeaux. The remaining chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition heretical. Attempts to gather allies against the breach have been rebuffed. And at this moment, we could not step foot into the capital without being attacked by a mob or arrested. We must convince the chantry to permit us entry into the city so we can show them the Herald of Andraste is not the monster they believe. Recommended levels 4 to 7. Oh, and it gives you a recommended level. I think I'm level 4, right? I'm level 4, am I not? Hold on a second, I forgot what level I am. One second. Oh, I will be back. I will be back with this. I am level 4. Yeah, I'm a level 4 rogue. Okay.
Having the Herald address the clerics is not a terrible idea.
You can't be serious.
Mother Giselle isn't wrong. At the moment, the Chantry's only strength is that they are united in opinion.
And we should ignore the danger to the Herald.
Let's ask him.
I'm not really worried.
What can they do? It's just talk.
Don't underestimate the power of their words. An angry mob will do you in just as quickly as a blade.
Whoopsie.
I will go with him. Mother Giselle said she could provide us names. Use them.
But why? This is nothing but a...
What choice do we have, Liliana? Right now, we can't approach anyone for help with the breach. Use what influence we have to call the clerics together. Once they are ready, we will see this through.
Ooh. Address the Chantry in Royeaux. The remaining Chantry clerics have declared the Inquisition. Okay. Confirm operation. Oh, and she's gonna do it. Is she? Or I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it. Okay.
The city still mourns.
Just a guess, Seeker, but I think they all know who we are.
Uh-huh.
Your skills of observation never fail to impress me, Varric.
My Lord Herald.
You're one of Leliana's people. What have you found?
The Chantry Mothers await you, but so do a great many Templars.
There are Templars here?
People seem to think the Templars will protect them from the Inquisition.
What?
They're gathering on the other side of the market. I think that's where the Templars intend to meet you.
Only one thing to do, then.
Kill them all! No, I'm just kidding. If you go to perks, you can see the characters talk at the war table when they talk
wish
randomly.
To protect the people? From us?
You think the Order's return to the fold, maybe? To deal with us upstarts?
I know Lord Seeker Lucius. I can't imagine him coming to the Chantry's defense. Not after all that's occurred. Return to Haven. Someone will need to inform them if we are delayed.
As you say, my lady.
I didn't even get a chance to respond. Hold on a second. So you say if I go to perks... like gameplay, you mean? Or what? Perks. Oh, you mean... like in here... Is it? Where is it? Where are the perks? How do I access the perks? Because I'm interested now. The avenue of her reflective thought, Our Lady, and the actors of her rise and fall, her message and visage are worth repeating. Okay. Beneath scratched by vandal, at meeting a low door frame. Oh, at the war table. Okay. I'll look into that and see. When we get there, what the hell is only? Oh, it's all of us here. Okay. And his head suddenly weighs too much. Okay. Interesting statues. What is this? An unrelated headache beneath. Oh, scratched by vandals. The avenue of her reflective thought. The avenue of is inspirational, but wise travelers do not linger in their respects, not just because the brazier awaits, but because the area before the back-turned statues is treacherous. Local legend has it that the child empress, Amy, abused the opportunity of religious repose to relieve herself beneath the gaze of Our Lady. Unable to discipline the toddling leader, her attendants instead chastised the statues and had them turned in supposed embarrassment. True or not, foolish youths dare each other to soil the spot in similar fashion, and a place of otherwise revenant thought always carries a faint odor about. Oh, great. Whoop, there's something in here. The first Lion of Orlais, in respect to Emperor Alphonse Valmont. The Lions of Orlais, a repeating element dedicated to great defenders, otherwise noted. It is rumored that one is gold, one is bronze, and weight with poison. One is chocolate, and one is watching. As the saying goes, dare we all a thief to test his back, and learn which is most dangerous to try, deny, or lay. In truth, all are lead and leaf. Don't pretend to ride them too long, lest the mind give away. Okay. Let's see what's going on here.
Good people of Val Royeaux, hear me. Together, we mourn our divine. A naive and beautiful heart, silenced by treachery. You wonder what will become of a murderer. Well, wonder no more. Behold, the so-called Herald of Andraste, claiming to rise where our beloved fell. We say this is a false prophet.
Wow.
A wicked Kunari sent to subvert the Maker's word.
Hold on a second. We have a real enemy. Let us talk peacefully. I never claimed to be. I'm actually gonna go with this one.
You say I am the enemy. The breach in the sky is our true enemy. We must unite to stop it.
It's true. The Inquisition seeks only to end this madness before it is too late.
It is already too late. The Templars have returned to the Chantry. They will face this Inquisition, and the people will be safe once more.
Whoa!
Still yourself. She is beneath us.
Hold on a second.
What's the meaning of this?
Her claim to authority is an insult, much like your own.
Oh, you want to throw down?
Lord Seeker Lucius, it's imperative that we speak with...
You will not address me.
Lord Seeker?
Creating a heretical movement. Raising up a puppet as Andraste's prophet. You should be ashamed. You should all be ashamed. The Templars failed no one when they left the Chantry to purge the mages. You are the ones who have failed. You who'd leash our righteous swords with doubt and fear. If you came to appeal to the Chantry, you are too late. The only destiny here that demands respect is mine.
Oh, really? Ooh.
Templars, one of your own commands the Inquisition's forces. Join us as heeded.
A staunch and loyal member of the Order. So loyal, he abandoned them for a false herald.
But Lord Seeker, what if he really was sent by the Maker? What if...
You are called to a higher purpose. Do not question.
I will make the Templar Order a power that stands alone against the Void. We deserve recognition. Independence. You have shown me nothing. And the Inquisition, less than nothing. Templars, Val Royeaux is unworthy of our protection. We march.
Well, that went bad.
Charming fellow, isn't he?
Yeah,
Has Lord Seeker Lucius gone mad?
maybe.
Do you know him very well?
He took over the Seekers of Truth 2 years ago, after Lord Seeker Lambert's death. He was always a decent man, never given to ambition and grandstanding. This is very bizarre.
Fortunately, the Templars aren't our only hope.
I wouldn't write them off so quickly. There must be those in the Order who see what he's become. Either way, we should first return to Haven and inform the others.
Codex on Lord Seeker Lucius. Let me just read a bit about this guy here. Characters. Colin. No. Lord Seeker Lucius Corin. For months we were all so certain Lord Seeker Lambert's death was an assassination carried out by mages. He had, after all, declared the Navarran Accord null and void, hurtling us headlong into a war against the rebels. Why else would he be killed except as an act of retribution? The entire Templar Order was fired up, ready to take up the fight against the mages, something we were sure would be over in a matter of weeks. Thus, the election of Lucius Corin to the role made me despair. According to the few seekers of truth with whom I spoke, he was a moderate. He agreed to the Divine Conclave, and every Templar I knew felt certain he would compromise to see the war ended. But lately, the man seemed different. Does he not? I never met him before. He assumed command, but even in this short time, his opinions on the war have turned. He did not go to the conclave he personally supported. In fact, he seems to regret supporting it at all. He talks of the Templars establishing themselves as a power in our own right, and our fellows are all too eager to listen. I don't know from where this change of heart came, but I begin to wonder if Lambert's death wasn't as simple a matter as we assumed. Something is amiss within our order, and all I know is that it's beyond me to discover that from a letter written by an unknown Templar found in a buried out fort. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
Excuse me, but is what they're saying real? The Inquisition's going to fix the hole in the sky?
That's the plan. Oh my god, that's the exact answer that I wanted to give.
Going to give it a try, at least.
No one is doing anything. The Chantry is useless, and the Templars... Andraste. I never thought they'd abandon us. Listen, your camp will need food. I have contacts. We'll have deliveries there in days.
You want to help the Inquisition?
Never been part of something this big before, but if your Inquisition's going to seal the sky, I want to help.
What do you think, Cassandra?
I think the woman is asking you and not me.
Well, he is.
The Herald of Andraste. Yes, I understand. Haven is a mess, but we won't turn away anyone willing to help. Invite her, if it pleases you.
Okay.
Head to Haven, then. We need good people.
Agent
I don't
acquired.
know if I'm that, but
Ooh.
it will be nice to see. Thank you.
Boom. Ooh, 1 power. 15. I need 15. Jeez Louise.
The country has
What's that?
What the
An
hell?
arrow with a message?
Who will fetch their Templars back, I wonder?
Favors for friends. A message is attached, written in a large flowing hand and bordered with doodles. People say you're special. I want to help, and I can bring everyone. There's a baddie in Val Royeaux. I hear he wants to hurt you. Have a search for the red things in the market, the docks, and around the cafe, and maybe you'll meet him first. Bring swords. Friends of Red Jenny. A poor drawing of the location in the market is attached. Okay.
The Chantry has just shown themselves.
Emperor Florian. Grand Duke Florian was not supposed to ascend to the Orlesian throne. His elder brother, Emperor Judicael II, had 2 twin sons and thus a very secure line. Florian was free to pursue other interests, none of which revolved around the game. Indeed, the imperial court largely ignored him, and that was how he liked it. All that is recorded of that era is that he married, produced a single daughter, and afterwards showed little interest in her. An outbreak of the 100 Days Cough in 877 Blessed changed his plans. Both of Judicael's sons perished, as did Florian's daughter. Racked by grief, Judicael lost interest in ruling, turning over all matters pertaining to the rebellion in Ferelden to his advisors and instead spending his time hunting in the country. When Judicael was thrown from his horse during a fox hunt in 884 Blessed, Florian was suddenly vaulted into the throne. Famously, his response to the chevaliers delivering the news at his estate is said to be, "This will not do at all." Jesus Christ. A private and somewhat eccentric man, Florian limited his appearances at court and dealt most exclusively with members of his own family. He was extremely particular about his habits of dress and grooming, eschewing current fashions for the sake of comfort and refusing to wear cosmetics or powders of any kind due to an intense dislike of being dirty. Powerful and connected nobles who had served in the cabinet since his father's time were turned away in favor of his younger brother, Renaud, his sister, Melisande, and his cousins. Children were banned from the palace, even the children of servants, with the exceptions of his nephew and nieces, who were tolerated only on the condition that they remain out of the emperor's sight. Regarding suggestions that Florian and his youngest cousin Megren were lovers, the truth is uncertain. If such a relationship existed, it was no doubt kept private due to Florian's aversion to public life and not from any fear of rumors. Such rumors, after all, were likely spread due to the emperor's refusal to sire another child and thus secure his line. Many believed his failing would eventually lead to civil war. The only real evidence of a relationship with Megren is a loud and very public argument the two had prior to Megren's appointment, or exile as he saw it, to the throne of Ferelden. Megren is said to have called Florian "my darling," and neither man chose to explain the argument later. The prediction of civil war almost came to pass upon Florian's death in 919 Dragon. With no clear heir, the throne eventually passed to the only daughter of Grand Duke Renaud, Selene, after a vicious struggle that threatened to consume the empire. So how do you like the game so far compared to the other Dragon Age games? Well, my first impression is that it is way bigger than the other games. Definitely way bigger than the second one, which for me seemed very small. Like everything was very, in a very small area. So this one is way bigger, and you have a lot more stuff to do than you had in the previous ones. So yeah, that's my first impression so far. She of the Highman repents. Gallows Master, hold thy hand, hold it back a while. Callous Juror, let me stand, let me bear a smile. No, I'm not gonna read poems here. Who did I romance in DA2? I romanced Isabella. I romanced Meryl. Who else did I? That's it. Meryl and Isabella, I think. Yeah. La pomme vie est morte. It is said that the apples that grow near the gallows will be bitter on the tongue of a lover who will betray. It is also said, although by different people entirely, that unripened fruit should not be the only consideration when investigating matters of fidelity. The latter are lonely most evenings among the arbors of the summer bazaar. Yes, exactly, as Butt Stallion says, every woman in the game. I tried to go by Varric's example. And just basically romance everybody who wanted to be romanced. Hello there, Vier.
My maker, know my heart. Take from me a life of sorrow. Comfort is only yours to give. Oh, maker, where is the comfort? Have you come to scavenge now that the divine lies cold? Whisper your cune against the chant?
No.
Leave me. My emptiness will not be borne by you. Maker, show me the light.
Right. Great. Good talk. What can I say? Good talk. The
Templars didn't even touch you.
I believe that
You are the Herald of Andraste, are
Whoa.
you not? I have an invitation for you.
Okay. Invitation, First Enchanter Vivienne. You are cordially invited to attend my salon held at the Chateau of Duc Bastien de Gislaine. Okay. Yours, Vivienne de Fer, First Enchanter of Monsignor, Enchanter of the Imperial Court. Right. Okay.
This cannot stand. How can it stand?
Excuse me?
There is a war on, and the Templars just left?
Yep. Is that it? Around here? I can buy and sell things from this guy.
Open? Yes, as open as I can be. If you've a need for the well-cut or the sparkling, perhaps I can help. At the very least, we can appear like everything is normal. Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Brown Michel. So to Bronwyn Michel. So to answer your question, I romanced, like I said, I romanced Isabella in the second one, and Morrigan technically in the first one in Origins. What do we have here? Bunch of stuff. Do we have recipes? Armor schematics? No. Nothing. Other things? No. Valuables? Ooh, silk scarf. Jesus Christ. What's with the prices? The Paragon Branca carving. That's an infinite... What the hell are these? Silver earrings. Glass fox. Okay. Right, okay, never mind. Let's just go and see what's up with this La Pomme Vie Morte, okay. Companion quests? This guy sells companion quests or what? Oh, or are these items from the companion quests, you mean? These ones? Yeah, I don't want to know if these are items for the companion quests. I don't want to buy them. I want to do the quests and obtain the items. Fast travel? No, I don't want to fast travel to anywhere. I want to see what this is all about.
Must be something here. Let's look around.
Not of heroes, Maferath and sacrifice. Andraste, Our Lady, the sword and the fire against the winter, betrayed to the Empire in exchange for a kingdom. Maferath now synonymous with treachery. But would Andraste have won? And if not, what would we have lost? Let us look not just at the act, but at the why of it. As the armies of fate pierced the imperial homeland, it was revealed not as a wave, but as an arrow. And as any hunter will attest, if your aim is not true, there is no returning to the bow. We must consider how much of Our Lady's victory to this point was against true Imperium and how much was against the echoes of Empire. Andraste the Inspiration may not have considered such, but Maferath the General fought for homeland, not visions. Was it victory or defeat that his betrayal held at bay? Maferath made the deal that killed Our Lady. That is fact, and when Andraste died, Maferath was gifted everything from the southern plains south. How generous and impossible to hold. This must have seemed... let us look on Maferath and the legacy he divided among his sons, not with an eye for accusation, but from a tactical consideration. For he must have known that more rivals had never stopped the winter, that mere rivals had never stopped the winter? What if he set about creating peers and none of this was accident? How then feared Isorath, Evrion, and Verold? Okay. Okay, I'm looking for something, right? Boom. The head of Madame Snappy Snips, mascot of Le Masque du Lion, named in jest but genuinely respected, the Grand Mame, as she is also called, was the last dragon brought down by Sir König, the previous owner of the cafe. A spirited hunter, König came of age in the years following the sighting that named the era. While others were quick to assume the tales of ancient Navarian dragon hunters must have been exaggerated, he tracked the gradual increase in dragon numbers and size. König believed we had yet to see a true return of the beasts of legend, and that the specimens of his day were young despite their ferocity. It is a cruel victory, but today we know Sir König to have been correct, even as he may have fallen to his own expertise. He is, or was, years overdue from his last hunt, and for the rest of us, travel wary. What we thought to be the pinnacle of dragon strength may have been closer to adolescence. The sisters of Madame Snappy Snips may have left their sibling far behind. Right. We cheered when honored was her might, but many more deserve the thought, for though she was the first knight, her kin and kind have always fought. Maybe what?
Just what we needed.
What am I looking for in here? Summer home of Messer Glubs. A seasonal home for the childhood pet of the twin sons of Empress Yvette. The nature of Messer Glubs remains unknown, save that he was a gift from a Raveni ambassador, and he was eventually released to the sea after taking the hand of a sluggish page.
You have it. Of course. I can't believe this.
Be careful. Salutations.
Hold on a second. What am I looking for here? What the heck is this one? Seeing red? No. Friends of Red Jenny. Search by the docks. Search in the cafe. Oh, search in the cafe. Hold on. This guy. Hello there.
We maintain an Inquisition presence on Commander Cullen's orders. This has been received as you might expect.
So I can get in the thing. Okay. Search the upper market. Oh, okay. Search in the cafe, search the dock or the upper market. Okay, let's move to this, I guess.
Wonderful, maybe.
Upper market. Upper market, is it here? Nope. Is it here? No. Don't get it.
Maybe.
Have you heard that?
smile upon you.
What the heck is it? There she is. Boom, red handkerchief. Thank you, friends, for helping good Lady Karis. Saw those who asked about Herald enter third passage. Could not stay to see them exit. Right, okay. Let's go to the next location then.
They left us. The Templars left us to the mages. Chantry liars.
This victory must please you greatly.
No, it doesn't.
We came here seeking only to speak with the mothers. This is not our doing, but yours.
And you had no part in forcing our hand? Do not delude yourself. Now we have been shown up by our own Templars, in front of everyone. And my fellow clerics have scattered to the wind along with their convictions. Just tell me one thing. Are you the Maker's chosen, as so many claim?
I don't know what's possible any longer. I suppose I might be.
Maker, help us. What if we have erred? I suppose it is out of our hands now. We shall all see what the Maker plans in the days to come.
How many Templars turned on the Chantry exactly?
They rebelled across Thedas. Some remained loyal, but not enough to call them the Order.
Right.
The White Spire here in the capital was the largest garrison.
Great.
But now, it stands empty. Perhaps more shall flock to the Lord Seeker's banner now. How far has faith waned, I wonder?
How are people responding to all of this?
Despair. Fear. We mourn Her Holiness. The people look to the sky and wonder how long before terror comes for us all. There must be a way through this. Is it you? The Templars? The Maker's will? We abandoned our duties. We servants of the faith. Now we can only pray.
Guys, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. 30 seconds here, please. Sorry about this. Sorry about that. Okay.
So what happens now? Will the Chantry continue to denounce me?
We have already done so. And what good has it done us? Now it falls on us to select a new divine, if we can. And leave the next step to her.
Provided such a selection is even possible.
I truly don't know. Any revered mother who could have followed Justinia died at the Conclave. What becomes of us? And your Inquisition is in the Maker's hands now.
Right.
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind. He could not have abandoned his intended role more completely.
There must be sense to what we can't see.
Must there? Rebellion seems popular in certain quarters, doesn't it, Seeker? Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
Where is the Lord Seeker taking the Templars?
I can't begin to guess the Lord Seeker's mind.
I already...
He could not have abandoned his Of course. That appears to be the climate of the day.
We already asked that question.
Is crafting the Templars into a new power really any worse than declaring a rival to the Chantry itself?
What do you believe about me?
You're obviously skeptical. What do you believe I am?
Our Divine, Her Holiness is dead. I have seen evidence for everything, except what would comfort me.
That doesn't answer my question.
For you to be true, a great many things must be false. And if you are false, a great many things must have failed. There is chaos ahead, whatever your intentions.
It's not too
That's
late.
right.
The Chantry could still help us and come out on top.
If only that were true.
Okay.
What's to stop you from trying?
Yeah, exactly.
We are not looking for a winning horse. We are simply trying to do the right thing.
Right. Okay, cool. Difficult time for those who have lost. While I understand concerns for poverty, for property, sorry, and the general dressing of the bazaar, I must caution that release is needed. We are suffering not just ongoing civil conflict pitting brother against sister, not just outright war pitting Templar against mage, not just loss of our most holy and the best of our leaders. We are suffering all three, as the sky is wounded for all to see. All we know of our world is threatened, along with all we know of the next. With this most grave notation, I ask that the writs of losses and missing remain, that the citizens, however indirectly, be allowed to post their griefs of known dead and the name of hopefully living, and with them their criticisms of how they have been told or not told. For while I have no doubt we as Orlesians will maintain our utmost composure, there must be release. There must be grief. There must be mourning. If not, if we do not allow this simple expression, we risk greater outburst. Let our people shed their tears in as reserved a means as necessary. The market will be cleared in due course, but this time, we must let this simple expression stand. Right.